What's going on, guys? Back here with another episode of Mornings with Baris. And today is episode 13. Oh, wait, 10, 3. 13, okay? And today's topic is going to be about, or today's topic is stop being stubborn. You know who I'm talking about, and you know what I'm talking about, okay? Stop being stubborn. But before we dive into that, we're going to do our usual, okay? For those of you who are new, before we start each video, we do a breathing technique, a couple rounds of this breathing technique. And the whole purpose of doing this is because a lot of times when we wake up in the morning, a lot of us are stressing from yesterday's problems. A lot of us are stressing about tomorrow's problems. A lot of us might be stressing about the problems that are gonna come later today, okay? But the whole point is that when you wake up stressed, when you wake up already worrying about something, it's gonna be very hard to have a positive day because you're waking up already on a negative note, okay? So we do these breathing techniques to help us calm down, to help us relax, to help us bring us back to the present moment, okay? Because whatever you're stressing about, whether it's something from yesterday, something from tomorrow, or something later today, it doesn't matter in this moment. Right here, right now, it doesn't matter. All that matters is you watching this video, you watching me, you getting the information from me that you need, okay? That's all that matters. You don't need to be stressing about anything right now, okay? So we're gonna do 3 rounds of this breathing technique, okay? First, we're gonna exhale everything that's in us, and we're gonna take our first inhale. We're gonna exhale everything, let everything out, and then breathe in for about 3 to 5 seconds. Then you're gonna hold it for about 2 to 3 seconds. And then you're gonna release, exhale for about another 3 to 5 seconds. We're gonna do this 3 times. And if you feel like you need more sessions of that, you can pause the video, go ahead and do as many more as you need, and then press play and we can continue on with the video, okay? So first and foremost, you're gonna just, loosen up. I don't know, maybe you just woke up and you came straight out the bed to wherever you're at right now, okay? If you did that, that's fine, that's great. It shows that you really care. But I want you to relax a little bit. Go ahead and loosen up. Go ahead, crack some bones, do what you gotta do. Okay, now our first set. Remember, exhale everything first and then take your first deep breath. Okay? Go, exhale. Inhale. Hold it. Exhale. Another one. Inhale. Hold it. Exhale. One more. Inhale. Hold it. Exhale. Now, if you did that right, you should be feeling maybe a little lightheaded, a little woozy. That's okay. Maybe you took deeper breaths than you needed to. But overall, you should be a little bit more calm. You should be a little bit more relaxed. You should be a little bit more open to taking in this new information, okay? Now, like I said, if you need some more time, some more sessions of that, because that was kind of quick, then go ahead and pause the video and push play when you're ready, okay? But for those of you who are ready, let's begin. All right. Stop being stubborn, okay? Look, a lot of us, what's being stubborn? Being stubborn is, like, let's say someone's trying to teach you something, right? And you know that it may be beneficial. You know that they might actually be saying some helpful information, but because you're so stubborn, maybe you're stuck in your ways. You don't like being told what to do. You think you're always right. That's what being stubborn is. You're not gonna end up being open to that person giving you the information, okay? Because you don't like someone telling you what to do. You think you're always right. So you're not gonna want anybody to tell you that you're wrong, or you're not gonna want anybody to tell you a better way of doing what you're doing, okay? But look, we need to stop being stubborn. You don't know everything in life. I don't know everything in life. A lot of the stuff that I give to you guys, a lot of the stuff that I put out here in these videos, it's stuff that I had to go through, right? I had to go through life. I had to learn from others. A lot of it is stuff that I picked up from the people that I look up to. And then I apply it to my life. and then whatever works, I then take that and I put out to you guys. And you guys love my videos, right? But get this, if I was never open to learning from other people, if I was never open to reading, to watching videos, to listening to people that I look up to, I would not be able to have the information I have. Therefore, I would not be able to apply it to my life. Therefore, I would not be able to have the answers that I have that I can give to you guys. Therefore, none of these videos will even exist if I wasn't open to learning from other people. Okay, if I was stubborn and I was stuck in my ways, this would never happen. You wouldn't be here watching me. Okay? So, how to stop being stubborn? One of the biggest ways, and this is not just for stubbornness, this is for a lot of issues in life. You need to control your pride and ego. Look, having too much pride and ego, that's gonna mess up a lot of things in life for you, okay? Having too much pride and ego. Having too much pride and ego, you feel like you're the macho man. You feel like you're the macho woman. You're the head honcho. You're the top dog. You're the big dog. You're the OG, right? And you feel like everything you know is true, right? That's your pride and your ego talking. You don't allow nobody to tell you what to do, right? Listen, control your pride and ego. Having pride and ego, it definitely does help. It can help, right? Having your pride and ego, it gives you that confidence that you need to be able to do certain things that you probably wouldn't normally be able to do, right? But you have to understand when having too much can actually hurt you, because it can. Okay, you need to be able to tell the difference, like be able to turn that off. You gotta be able to turn on when you need it and turn off when you don't need it. Okay, one of the examples, one of the situations where you need to really be in control of your pride and ego is when you're being given information. Okay, because if you're too stubborn, if your pride and ego is way up here at all times, it's gonna be very hard for someone to give you information. You know what I'm saying? Be open to learning from others. Unless you think you know everything. And look, I put sarcasm in parentheses. All right, look, be open to learning from others. Do you think you know everything? Now, that's a rhetorical question, because a lot of you are probably going to say, yes, I do know everything. Look at everything I've done. But really, think about it. Think back. Let's say you did accomplish a lot of what you did on your own, right? But really think about it. Did you really do that on your own? Think about it now. Stop playing. Don't just immediately answer. Think about it. Did you really do everything you did? Everything. Let's say you're very successful right now. You have a big house. Whatever your definition of success is, because it can be different for everybody. Let's say your definition of success is having a big car. I mean, a big house, having a nice looking car. You know, having that awesome job. So you consider yourself successful. I'm gonna tell you. Did you really get to that from zero to hero by yourself? Yes, you might have done all the big major parts of it by yourself, but at some point in time, some level of your struggle, somebody else had to come and help you. Whether it was a family, a friend, in some way. Maybe they gave you money. Maybe they invested in you. Maybe they helped you read some books. Maybe they gave you some kind of information. Maybe they introduced you to somebody who was able to take you to that next level. You know what I'm saying? So when you really think about it, you didn't really do everything on your own. You kind of, at some point, needed someone to help direct you, right? Or help you get onto the right path, all right? So you don't know everything. Be open to learning, just like you did that. You may not want to admit to that, but you did need somebody for something, okay? Be open to learning, because we don't know everything. You don't know everything. If you knew everything, you would have been able to do everything actually on your own, okay? We have to understand that, or I'll just get to it. Taking advice from others does not mean you don't know how to handle your own life. They just have more experience in a certain area than you. Okay, look, a lot of us think, and it comes back to being stubborn, a lot of us think that if we allow someone to tell us how to live our life, it's like, or if we allow someone to help us in a certain area of our life, a lot of us take that as, oh, this person is trying to control me. This person is trying to tell me how to live my life. This person is trying to tell me how to do things in my life. Look, that's your pride and your ego talking, okay? If I would imagine, like I said before, imagine if I did that for the people who were giving me information when I was learning, right? And I was trying to figure my way out and get through life. if I looked at people that were my mentors, the people that I call my mentors, the people that I look up to, and I get advice from them, and I watch their videos, and I listen to them talk, imagine if I looked at them like they were trying to control my life. Like they were trying to, I'm not going to listen to you guys. Man, I don't need nobody to tell me how to live my life. I don't need nobody to tell me what to do. I know what to do. I'm the boss of my life. I don't need anybody. And this guy's like, bro, you're suffering. I mean, your bank account is suffering. You know, you're falling in debt. Your money is like losing. You're becoming broke. Yeah, man. But I know what I'm doing. I don't need your advice. I know how to control myself. Yeah, but bro, like, I know what to do. Like, I've been in that position. I've actually can prove it to you. Look, I have, my bank statements. I used to be in the negatives. Now look at me. I'm in the thousands. I can tell you exactly what to do. I used to be you. Yeah, man, but you don't know me. You don't know my life. That's an example, but a lot of people act like that, right? Listen to me. When you take advice from other people, that's not them telling you how to live, right? Some of you be like, well, I don't need someone completely different. I'm just gonna look up to my family. I'm gonna go to my family. My family knows me and they're gonna tell me the best information. Look, I'm not saying that your family or your closest friend or whoever you're comfortable with talking about your certain issues with, I'm not saying that they may be wrong, but I am saying that most likely your family is the one who raised you, right? From birth to where you are now. Doesn't it make sense that whatever information they're going to give you is probably information that you already know, because they're the ones who raised you. They're the ones who instilled all the things that you know about yourself and the way you look at life. They're the ones who took that from themselves and put it in you as you grew up. So to go back to them, they may only be able to help you with problems that they're familiar with. But if you chose to take a different life than your parents, if you chose to take a different route in life than your friends or wherever you like to ask advice for, they may not know the best way to help you because they haven't taken that path. Let's say your family is used to being mechanics, right? Auto mechanics. They fix cars all day. But you're taking the path of a doctor. Does it make sense? Now that you're taking the path of a doctor, you're starting to deal with struggles that a doctor deals with. You're starting to go through issues that a doctor goes through. Now, if you're the type of person that you only go to people that you feel comfortable with, so you only go to your family for advice, do you think that they're going to be able to give you the best advice that you need for your doctor path in life? I don't think so, because your family is full of auto mechanics. All they know how to do and deal with is automobile issues, right? So yes, they might have your best interest in mind, but the information they're giving you is just not valid for what you're going through. Another example, let's say you're dating somebody who's, let's say, for example, you're dating a boy who's from the streets. He's been struggling his whole life. He's been living a negative lifestyle. You've been living an uppity lifestyle. Your parents have kept you protected from all of life's struggles your whole life, so you've never had to deal with anything. So now you're dating a guy who's always dealt with struggles. You've never had struggles. You're dating someone with struggles. Now you're clashing, right? But you're going back to your parents who have also never dealt with struggles and asking them for advice to deal with your boyfriend who deals with struggles. They may have your best intentions in mind, but I think it's safe to say that they may not know what to tell you, right? So you have to then go to somebody who knows how to deal with that situation. But if you are a stubborn person, if you have too much pride and ego, if you're not open to learning from others, and if you think taking advice from people is them trying to control your life, then you're never going to reach out to the people who may know how to help you. Does that make sense? That was a kind of a long example, but does that make sense? Taking advice from people doesn't mean they're trying to control your life. It just means that they have more experience than you in a certain area. And if you really want to fix the issues in that certain area, then I suggest you go to somebody who has experience in that certain area. Stop going to the same people. Because look, if you keep doing things the same way, you're going to keep getting the same things out of it. What is his name? Einstein had a saying. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting something new to happen. No, you can't keep going back to the same people trying to get new advice. You have to go to new people, okay? Don't ignore someone just because they don't look like you. Never judge. Sometimes lessons are learned in ways you wouldn't normally learn them. Don't allow your pride and ego to cause you to miss a blessing. Ooh, Okay, that's a lot of us. A lot of us. We hate to take advice from people that we feel like are less than us, from people that we feel like don't know what we're talking about, from people we feel like they don't look like us, they don't act like me, they don't look like me, they don't walk like me, they don't talk like me. So how could they know anything about me to help me? This is a very big misconception, okay? I need everybody who's listening right now to, if you are the person who thinks like that or thinks like any of these things that I'm telling you, that's probably why you're having a rough time in life. Throughout life, but it's definitely probably why you're having a rough life right now, okay? There may be somebody in your life that's trying to give you information, right? They're trying to talk to you, whatever, but you don't really listen to what they say simply because you think they don't know what they're talking about. Because they come from a different life than you, because they're into different things than you, because they do different things than you think that they don't know anything about you. But in fact, remember, that's why you never judge a book by its cover. A lot of people, I'm gonna be honest with you, a lot of people, when they first see me, they think I'm unintelligent, I think. They don't think I know anything. They think because I've been in the streets and all that, they think that's all I know about. They think I don't know anything about being a productive human being in society or whatever. But like you guys all know, that's freaking untrue, right? It's false. Look at all the information I'm able to put out. You know how many people turn me down whenever I'm trying to give them information simply because they judge me off my looks? Like I've had people, and I'm just gonna say this for a clear example. I've had people who are like white skin color, right? Who didn't want to listen to certain information I was putting out. But this is the thing. I've been in the exact situation that they were in. I've been in the messed up situations that they were in. And I tried to give them the exact information that I used in my own life that helped me get out of that situation. But they simply didn't listen to me because they thought I didn't know what I was talking about. They said, oh, this dude's a gangster. He's from the streets. He doesn't know anything about what he's talking about. I don't want to listen to him. Some of them, they didn't even give me the time of the day. They didn't even give me the room, the platform to speak what I want to speak. They shut me down before I even speak. A lot of people do that to me. You know what I'm saying? But it hurts in the beginning, but then I get used to it and I understand it's not me, it's them. So a lot of them, they ended up missing the blessing. A lot of them, their situations got worse because they refused to listen to me. You see what I'm saying? And they simply because they judged me off my tattoos on my neck, my hands, whatever. You know, they judged me off all that. But I'm telling you guys, this is why. If they would have listened to me, they would have gotten through it. Don't ignore someone just because they don't look like you. Don't ignore someone just because they don't think like you. Don't ignore someone just because they don't talk like you, they don't walk like you, just because they don't come from the same area you come from. None of that matters. This is why I also made a video on it. Don't get too carried away with labels. Don't focus too much on labels. What are labels? Like the things that describe people: skin color, hair texture, nationality, origin, wherever they're from. Don't worry about any of that. What are they trying to give you? What are they doing? The actions is what matters, okay? Kind of lost my train of thought there. But don't ignore someone just because they don't look like you. That's how you miss blessings. Because most times we learn our lessons, that we learn our big lessons in life sometimes through situations, through people that we normally wouldn't talk to. Situations that normally we wouldn't be in, okay? So your blessing could have came a million times, but because you keep turning down that person, because you keep refusing to get into that new situation, you end up missing your blessing. You see what I'm saying? Don't ignore it. Stop being scared. Let's recap, okay? How to stop being stubborn. A couple of tips. Control your pride and ego. Your pride and ego, if it's left unchecked, will stop you from any kind of growth. Your pride and ego is you. I don't want to listen to nobody, bro. I'm the top dog. I know everything. You can't tell me what to do. You don't know about me. You don't know. You don't know where I come from. Look at you. You're less than me. I have more money than you. You don't even have money. How can you tell me about blah, blah, blah? Listen, bro. You don't have to agree with everything that people say. But just take what works for you and apply that, all right? Control your pride and ego, because your pride and ego is going to stop you from seeing what works for you. Be open to learning from others. Unless you think you know everything, and I'm here to tell you, if you do, you don't, all right? Because if you knew everything, you wouldn't need any help. You'd be wherever you're at right now. You would be wherever you're trying to be right now, right? If you knew everything. You don't. And I'm not trying to talk you down. I'm just saying, be open to learning from others, okay? Taking advice from others does not mean you don't know how to handle your own life. They just have more experience in a certain area than you do. Stop looking at it like that. Literally, that's like a mindset you have to get out of. Just because someone's giving you information does not mean they're better than you. Okay, so a lot of us, we take it that way. No, nobody's better than you. We're just trying to help you. And at the end of the day, you don't even have to, nobody's saying that it works. We're just saying that it might work. So just be willing to listen to people, because you never know what could happen, what could come from it. Don't ignore someone just because they don't look like you. Never judge. Sometimes lessons are learned in ways you wouldn't normally learn them. Don't allow your pride and ego to cause you to miss a blessing. All right? I've done that before. Certain people were trying to help me in my earlier years, in my early 20s. I'm 30 years old right now, by the way. I turned 30 in October. But in my early 20s, when I was like 20, 21, 22, people were trying to tell me how to live life right. People were trying to tell me how to get my finances in order. People were trying to tell me how to clean up my life. But I didn't listen, because I was like, bro, you don't know me. Like, you don't even know what I've been through. And that might be true. Actually, that was true. They didn't know me. They didn't know what I was going through. They didn't come from where I came from. But none of that mattered. All that mattered is they had information that I needed to get out of a situation that I was in. Just because their situation wasn't exactly similar, that's why, I turned them down. But it doesn't matter, because the information that they had was the same information to get me out of what I was going through. Okay, but I ignored them. I said I would listen, but I didn't really listen. I let it go in one ear and out the other. I kept doing what I wanted to do. And because of that, I ended up still failing, right? And it took me longer to clean myself up. If I would have listened to them, if I would have stopped judging them, if I would have stopped ignoring them just because of how they looked, I could have cleaned my life up a lot faster, a lot easier. But everything happens for a reason, right? So there you go. That's how you stop being stubborn, man. Control your pride and ego. Be open to learning from others. Taking advice does not mean they're trying to control you. They just have more experience than you. And don't ignore someone just because they look different, all right? That's how we learn some of our lessons, in ways that we normally wouldn't, through people that we normally wouldn't, okay? So stop being stubborn. Relax. Open up a little bit. And let's talk about this. Worst case scenario, somebody does give you information that you can't do anything with. Is that the end of the world? No. At least you got something, you know what I'm saying? Just keep being open. If it doesn't work out for you, or if it's information that doesn't match your situation, just let it go. Ignore it then. But what I'm saying is, don't just immediately stop somebody from talking. Don't just immediately ignore somebody just off of their appearance, just off of their vibe. Give them a chance, because they might actually give you information that you can use, okay? Yeah, I don't know how to brain fart just now. But guys, as always, you know how we open up our videos with the stretching? We close our videos with this random dancing. You know why we randomly dance? It's to let out whatever remaining negative entities, energies, vibes, whatever negative feelings, whatever negative thoughts are still holding on to us. We shake them off, we dance them off, however you want to do it. It looks silly, but it works. And actually, a lot of you guys like my dance. All right, just do whatever, man. The whole point is, we don't let anything negative stop us, okay? We don't let anything negative hold us down, okay? We don't let anything negative pull us back, okay? Now, these things might come. They are gonna come, okay? Negative things are gonna come. We learn from them. You never lose. You win, or you learn how to win next time. We learn from the negative moments. We take what we can take from them, and we use it to our advantage, and we turn them into positives, and we put it back out there. All negative energy that comes in us, we revert it, and we put it back out there as positive energy, and we make it work for us. That is how you can live your best life, okay? Stop being stubborn. As always, guys, positive thoughts at all times. Stop playing yourself, okay? Keep God first. Your heart in the right place, you will always win. All right? Yes, you can. You got this, baby. Stop being stubborn.